Ko atochin eng logoiwekab emet kong'ete Kass TV ne somanun kwane Bernard Tanwe. Eng tetutik chetokchingei keker kele kakikirinda koimutiet noton nebo nametab asoya ko kainde siyet President William Ruto ng'atutiet nebo Conflict of Interest Bill 2023 ak nebo Social Protection Bill 2025 koek ng'atutiet. Kainde bilinoto anan kainde siyet bilishek choto Ruto eng State House Nairobi eng igorta nekomite rubeiwotab President Kithure Kindiki ak Majority Leader eng bunge noton nebo Senate and National Assembly noto ko Kimani Ichung'wah eng kwenutab kandoik alak cheboto Speaker noto nebo National Assembly ak nebo Senate ole tokchingei bilishek choto koaror akobo ortinwek chekisubi ak kerong'et neng'wa nekikochini ichek chetinyegei ak nametab asoya.
This is a very momentous occasion for Kenya, that after the passage of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Law several years ago, today we are stepping up the fight against corruption by passing the Conflict of Interest Law that now gives power to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption to take charge of matters, wealth declaration for all public officers, now not just in the executive, but also in the legislature and in the judiciary, to also make it illegal for officers serving in positions, whether they are in the judiciary, the legislature, or in the executive, to abuse the authority they have in their offices and to undermine the rule of law and abuse the resources that the people of Kenya have put together, and make sure that every resource, every coin, every cent, every shilling that is paid as taxes by the people of Kenya or in any other manner is used only for the intended purpose, and that no such resources find their way into private pockets or private enterprises. And that is why this is a very consequential moment in Kenya, that we are stepping up the use of public resources in the right manner and making it that much more difficult for people to take advantage of the offices they occupy. It is also significant that Kenyans in their entirety can participate in making sure that we hold public officers to account for the exercise of the authority and power that they have. And that is why this moment is very significant. And secondly, the social protection law now steps up our responsibility and provides a wider framework for us to attend to the vulnerable members of our society, to look after their interest, to make sure they get medication, to support them in various aspects, and to make sure also that only those who are vulnerable actually benefit from support from the people of Kenya through their government. So congratulations to the minister responsible for social protection and your team. You now have a robust framework to undertake the responsibility that is assigned to your ministry. And to the Kenya Anti-Corruption Authority, you now have levers to make sure that you protect the resources of the Republic of Kenya and hold every officer to account. It's taken more than 24 months, 27 months to be exact, to get the conflict of interest law into place, because there was conflict of interest everywhere to be able to get it here. And but now that we have the law, we will now deal decisively with conflict of interest in every part of government.
Gebagwe County noton nebo Nandi ole kakotyakta governor nebo Nandi Stephen Sang chepkondok million 87 koityi SACCOs chebo kobotik eng wadishek tugul 30 chebo county nebo Nandi ole ko oret agenge nebo ketoret kobotik chemiten eng SACCOs konyor chepkondok cheisuldoen tetutik choton chebo kobotishet eng oret neibchin icheket keljin. Kamwa Governor Sang kole nitok ko oret agenge nebo kekanapta sekta nebo kobotishet eng county nebo Nandi kubun kokoitoetab rabinik chatak kou eng report nekinyoru kubun sirindenyo eng kebeberta nebo Kapsabet Cornelius Keter.
Kamwa gavana nebo county nebo Nandi Stephen Sang kole chepkondok chotok million 87 chekaikoi SACCOs chebo kobotik eng county nebo Nandi kobun lengut nebo NAF CDP kowendi kotoreti eng kanaptaetab kobotishet eng sekta cheterter cheboto nebo baetab tuga, kawek, avocado, baetab ngokaik koboto kobotishet nebo viasik.
The official issuance of grants under the NAF CDP. This event marks a critical milestone in our ongoing journey to transform agriculture into more productive, inclusive, commercially viable sector capable of lifting households out of poverty and building our resilient rural economy of our people. In Nandi County, we have prioritized 5 key value chains under NAV CDP. That is dairy, coffee, avocado, poultry, and Irish potatoes. These value chains were selected based on their economic potential, broad farmer participation, and capacity to attract private investment and off-takes partnerships.
Kamwa Sang kole tetat konyor kobotik cheboe tugab chego kulaishek 30 eng county nebo Nandi eng kebeberwek cheterter asikonyumnyum kaimutik checham kobune kobotik chotok mising ko chetinyegei ak konoretab chego.
Our partnership with the national government in facilitating the deployment of 30 coolers with the first batch expected in August 2025. This will significantly improve milk quality, reduce post-harvest losses, and enhance farmers' earnings. We are also scaling up forage production through drought-resilient grasses such as June cow and pakchong, and expanding mechanized silage harvesting using equipment based in Kaimosi.
Kotinygei ak kabatishetab kawek komwa Sang kole kokotestai konyor kabatikab kawek chepkondok chemi barak ingiyonye kenyisiek chokobata kosubkei ak katuiyenywa bagei koboto factory nebo kawek nemitei Chebonet eng Tinderet nenamu kabatichotok bo kawek.
Through NCCU, Nandi Coffee Cooperative Union's leadership, farmers now access premium markets via the newly established farmer-owned coffee brokerage firm or company, which has enhanced the price, transparency, and minimized exploitation of our farmers. The union is actively promoting climate-smart practices, especially processing methods such as natural and handy processed coffee, and laying the foundation for geographical indication, GI, recognized for Nandi coffee, which will position our produce uniquely in the international markets.
Kaikimit Sang kole kobun ngalalutik chetesetai ak kampunishek cheterter kowendi konyoru kelchin biik cheboe ngokaik eng county nebo Nandi kosubkei ak newendi kwale ngokaik chechang eng konekit eng aliet nemi barak.
Our progress in the poultry value chain has been equally encouraging. The Kochengei Poultry Cooperative Society, which was launched with Modern Slaughterhouse in 2024, is now transitioning to a full-scale commercial processing. In a milestone partnership, Kenchik Limited is in discussion to join hands with Kochengei Society to provide input services, technical support, and structured offtake for poultry products, expanding the market access and creating new income streams for smallholder poultry farmers.
Karite sang ministry na barabishek eng mait kole maityoki county na Nandi chepkondok tugul chebo lengunotok bo CDP kit nekoit kondonon county na Nandi projects chebo kabatik alak chekotetat kosuldae.
Although Parliament had approved 150 million for Nandi County under NAV CDP, only 100 million has been released by the National Treasury. The Kenya shillings 150 million gap has significantly affected our implementation targets. Most notably is that it has forced us to pause the agripreneur program.
Kongete taunitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Ngeba county nebo Kericho ole kamite barak boiboiyet eng sipitalitab Kapkatet Sub County Hospital eng county nebo Kericho yikangoitita sipitalinata familia agenge kubun Kaptumo eng county nebo Nandi asikotuyo ak werinywa nebo kenyisiek 20 nekibet eng kasartab kenyisiek 4 chekikosirto. Kiitita sipitalitab county referral nebo Kericho Dennis Kimngetich yekingenyor inendet eng komosta nebo Jambo Kenya eng Kipkelion ole kitestai konyor konyoiset eng sipitalinata ole kiit konyor logoiyot familia nenyi akobo betenyi ak nyorunenyi yekingobarasta ketesietab Kass TV. Kongenyoru report notok eng koindo kobun sirindenyo eng kebeberta nebo Kericho Robert Siele.
Rirak boiboiyet chebo kamet nekatuiyo ak werinyi nekibeten kasartab kenyisiek 4 chekikosirto kit ni kobun uinwek ak en kasarta age kobet kamang'unet kobaten kowalak noton. Kaitita sipitalitab Kapkatet en county nebo Kericho Sally Chelangat kobun Kaptumo en county nebo Nandi ako nyita kochikil werinyin Dennis Kipngetich nekibeten kenyitab 2022 kotindo miandab kifafa ak kabarunoik tugul ko werinyin kandan miten walutik.
Alipopotea 2022 mwezi wa 4 hiyo nikamtafuta, sikumtasikia ako Kapsabet, ako wapi, tukaenda mpaka Mosorio, nikaripoti kwa chief, nikaenda mpaka police station, nikapewa OP. Nilipofika hapa nikaona mtoto ni tofauti, ni brown saiti lakini kichwa ni hiyo, kaona mtomo ni hiyo lakini amepatilika sana. Alama ya kwanza nilimuuliza daktari nikiwa nyumbani yenye ya mkuu yenye pikipiki alikuwa oksisosi ya pikipiki ilimechoma yeye. Yani nimeona hapa tena ni hiyo. Kuna alama ingine tena kwa mkuu yenye ndugu yake alimkonga. Ya tatu ni alama yenye iko kwa kitole ya chini juu kubwa. Yenye alikuwa alianguka tukienda hospitali kama alikuwa amesirai. Sasa mwenye alikuwa anashika yeye kwa potapota alishinda kwa nguvu, ndio akaanguka akapika chini, mawe ikamuumiza mkuu. Ikawa ni alama ya tatu. Ilikuwa kuna alama ingine ya meno, nitaona tu.
Kosubkei ak Sally kokabunchi kamanut kabarunoik chetindoi werinyin olen kasarwek tugul ko kikoteben inendet saet en nekimotindoi kamugetab kocheng kosubkei ak uinwekab sobet.
Lakini nimeshukuru Mungu, kitu imenikusa kwa roho kabisa. Kwani hii alama tatu yote nani alipanga kweli? Nilikuwa naomba tu Mungu anichungie hiyo mtoto yangu na anisamee. Anisamee kwa sababu sikukuwa na uwezo. Sasa ingine kwetu nikisema mtoto ni mgonjwa au anisaidii. Niko na watoto wa 6. Wa kwanza ameenda kwa barua huko Nakuru. Wa pili alimaliza form 4 na hakuna kazi anafanya. Wa tatu pia aliwaachia form 2 kwa sababu huyu alikonjeka na huyu alikuwa shule. Sasa akawacha shule kwa sababu ugonjwa na shule akakaa tu.
Kamwa kamanatan kole Dennis ko lakwenyi nebo mut en lagok lo chetien kenendet kosubkei ak nekiibet manung'otiondenyin ako metechi lagok komamiten kamang'unet age tugul. Kosubkei ak kamanatan ak tilyanutik ko koib logoiyot nekinyor kobun ketishoni konyor werinywan nekikobur en sipitalitab County Referral nebo Kericho ak Kapkatet en kasartab kenyisiek oeng kingenyor inendet en komasta nebo Jambo Kenya en Kipkelion komioni ak ketoi kechengchi tetutikab konyoiset.
Hakuna hata chakula, mimi ni kazi yangu ni kuchuna chai tu. Nikichuna chai hata shilingi 100 haiwezi tosha. Ni 200 haiwezi tosha. Tena mimi niko na shida ya kifua. Yenye kifua inaniumanga haitaki baridi. Sasa nikifika kwa kuchuna chai saa 3, ninachuna tu kilo kidogo na haitoshi hata. Ya mwisho sasa nikichana ako grade 8. Sasa ingine hata naenda shule mara moja kwa wiki kwa sababu ya njaa na shida ya shule. Ama aende mara 2. Hata saa hii aliniwacha yeye nyumbani. Nikamwambia naenda safari, sasa leo atapaki kwa nyumba peke yao. Wajui hata ni nani na wanijui ni nani, lakini wamechunga mtoto yangu mpaka nikasahau hata hakukuwa sura kama hiyo. Ako na afya mzuri, anakula vizuri, mpaka ninashukuru Mungu sana. Mungu na roho mzuri sana. Acha Mungu auinue na amutapungukiwa.
Kasan brother, tumetafuta kwa muda karibu miaka 4 hivi. Baada juzi tukapata report kuwa rate inatangaza ako Kapkatet, hospitali ya Kapkatet. Juzi tukaamua tukukuja leo tuone mama yake ameona tumeona ni yeye. Tunashukuru, naambia asante watu wa Kapkatet wote.
En kasarta netetat koek boiboiyet ak kakasetab kei en komasta nebo Kaptumo en Nandi kotetat kotokany en kasarta nenwach meng'ikab komasatan ole kosubkei ak afisayat neo nebo kanyoiset en sipitalitab Kapkatet Dr. George Muya ketokyingei nguni tetutikab chikilisiet nebo DNA asikenai imanit ak ketokyi nerananaton tilyanutikyik kyanin.
Tunaonelea na tumekubaliana na familia kabla hatujawapea kijana wao, na tuko tayari wakati wowote. Ni vizuri tufanye test ya DNA, tusipeane mtoto waende naye nyumbani, waende wakuwe na wasiwasi, waturudishie ama aanze kuteswa. Tumekaa na yeye kama Kericho karibu miaka 2, tumekuwa tukimchunga, hata mama anadhibitisha mtoto anaendelea vizuri, ako na afya nzuri. So tunaona hata ikichukua siku zingine 2-3 ndio tupate haya majibu ya DNA, itakuwa vizuri. Na tumekubaliana jamaa na familia wale wengine walikuwa wamekuja na mama wanaweza rejea nyumbani, lakini mama tutakaa naye mpaka haya majibu yapatikane. Tutamkubalia akaa na mtoto, waendelee kufahamiana, waendelee kujuana, ndio hata akienda nyumbani kijana ako na hiyo confidence yuko na mama yake.
Kong'eten county nebo Kericho, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Yeketestai konyolu kecheng walutikab kipchulyo kotinygei ak koimutietab squatters eng emoni asikomuch konyorchigei icheket tugul meng'otet nenyoljin sobetab kimugulmet. Kong'ololi eng taitab bunge nebo Senate komwa Senator nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei kole kikotestai koek koimutiet eng emoni koimutik chetinyegei ak biik chematindoi meng'otoshek anan squatters ole makat keib kakwautikab chokchinet kikochi ichek title deeds ak mbarenik chemenye ichek. Kosom ine mornokab serikali cheboto kibagengeitab mbarenik noton nebo National Lands Commission NLC komong squatters anan ko chengji squatters chebo iman mbarenik chemenye asikomeng'is eng oret nenyolu asimatestai kobun bichinwek squatters chebo Nandi ak emet komugul.
Is that even Nandi County, Mr. Speaker, we have similar problems. We have similar problems, Mr. Speaker. Like in Mgwen, Mr. Speaker, Chepkumia, Koibem exchange program, Mr. Speaker. All the way to Tuyabe in Kiptuya, Mr. Speaker, in Tesume sub-county, Mr. Speaker. When you go to Tindred, Mr. Speaker, there are areas like Cherondo, Mr. Speaker, Kapchanga, Kapchorwa, Ngetip Kong, Mr. Speaker, where when it rains, Mr. Speaker, there are so many mudslides that those individuals, Mr. Speaker, needs to be moved to the safer grounds, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these are areas that the National Land Commission, we must call them to order, Mr. Speaker. Because we cannot ask Ministry of Lands, we cannot ask counties where you had the honor of serving, Mr. Speaker. They must be given title deeds, Mr. Speaker. The National Land Commission might identify, Mr. Speaker, who are the genuine squatters so that they can be sorted out, Mr. Speaker. Even as we talk, like sub-county like Chesumei, we still have a problem, Mr. Speaker. Mgwen, Mr. Speaker. Tindred, Mr. Speaker. And finally, the Senate Majority Leader will agree with me, Mr. Speaker. I was happy to see you praying in Kericho over the weekend. And you must have flown. As you overflew, although you landed in a place called Karenga that has all its own issues, but we had, Mr. Speaker, I thought you must have thought you were landing in a bush. That is the Karenga airstrip that one of the friends of ours decided not to do it, and I know the majority leader know him by name. I don't want to mention names. Mr. Speaker, as you landed, as you overflew Kericho, you saw green gold, Mr. Speaker. You told those people we are in Canaan, Mr. Speaker. We are in a place of honey and milk, Mr. Speaker. We are suffering. That tea that you see, Mr. Speaker, is a tea that has been tempered with the blood of our fathers and grandfathers and our sons and daughters, Mr. Speaker. The land historical injustices from where my brother comes from in Kericho, in Bomet, in Nandi, in Coast, continues to become a very dangerous poison, Mr. Speaker, a wound that will not heal, Mr. Speaker. Many people, as they fly over Nandi and other areas, they think we are very wealthy. Mr. Speaker, we are living like monkeys. Multinationals have taken over our land. And National Land Commission is doing nothing about it. You ask them, they don't care. They are telling you to register their title deeds in Mombasa Land Registry or in Nairobi Land Registry, Mr. Speaker. We want to say, even as I exit on this matter, Mr. Speaker, the issue of land historical injustices, where multinationals who grow tea, we must continue to have a conversation, Mr. Speaker. This issue of land cannot be taken lightly. Mr. Speaker, you remember we buried people that were killed because of land clashes the other day, as I refer to a Kimi report and other teachers report, even in Angata Baragoi, Mr. Speaker. People were killed in Angata Baragoi. They were buried, Mr. Speaker, in Narok, Angata Baragoi. Their justice has never been achieved, Mr. Speaker. So I want to call National Land Commission that this issue of land grabiosis, this appetite of grabbing public land and frustrating Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, we must stop it, Mr. Speaker.
Agoi county noton nebo Uasin Gishu ole rirtoen kibagengeitab imams eng North Rift, kibagengeit noton nebo SUPKEM eng nemwoe kole tinyegei kibagengeit nebo SUPKEM ak boisiet neya nebo chepkondok chotok kikakitobonji sautik chebo Hajj eng kebeberta nebo Mecca. Kong'ololi eng taonitab Eldoret komwa kandoichotok kole tete koyai kambaget akoi kapkiyok nebo emetab Saudi Arabia eng Nairobi asikokoito rirekwai, ole kamwa kole makat eng ofisaek chotok chebo SUPKEM koker kole kang'ong akobo boisietab rabinik asikobit imanda, kou eng report nekinyoru kobun sirindenyo eng taonit noton nebo Eldoret, Isaac Kogei.
Kondojin Sheikh Mohammed Abdulaziz ak Sheikh Abubakar Bini ikangong'ololdos eng taonitab Eldoret konereki dini notok pa Islam kubun kibagengeinywa notok nebo Imams, kibagenge netonondochin icheket nenaat kou Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims SUPKEM, akobo kit notok nemwoe kole toku koboisie ofisit notok rabinik chotok chekitobonchin rutoitab sautik chotok chebo Hajj eng Mecca, emetab Saudi Arabia, eng oret notok nemanyalu.
Na itakuwa ni masikitiko makubwa kwa kila mmoja wetu ambaye kwamba amejiandaa na safari kama hii juu ya kwenda kuitekeleza ibada ambayo kwamba hii na ibada ambayo kwamba ni mzito, na aende apate mazito ambayo kwamba hayako katika ile ibada. Mtu ameenda amelipa anaostahiki kulipa, amelipa sehemu yake ya kulala, amelipa safari yake ya kusafiri, amelipa chakula chake, mtu aende asipate mahali pa kulala. Tumewasikia wengi ambao kwamba wameenda katika kuitekeleza ibada kama hii ya Hajj. Hapa katika Uasin Gishu County kunao marafiki zetu na ndugu zetu ambao kwamba walioenda na wametuelezea ya kuwa hali ilikuwa mzito. Wamefika saa 9 za usiku, watu hawajapata mahali pa kulala, chakula imekuwa uzito.
Mwoe kandoichotok kole tete koyai kambaget no ako ofisishekab SUPKEM kosimchin tononchinet koistogei eng mwaet kole maisuldoe boisienywa eng oret noto netagunot.
So kama shirika kama hili letu sisi kama Waislamu, shirika ambalo kwamba la SUPKEM limeshindwa kuwajibika, kunao mashirika ambayo kwamba yanaweza yakaungana katika kulitekeleza jambo kama hili liwe kisawasawa.
Isije ikatutia ghadhabu mpaka tukafanya maandamano kutoka Rift Valley mpaka tufike ofisi ya waziri wa mambo ya nje ama ubalozi wa Saudia. Hatutaki ifike hapo, lakini kwa kuwa ni mambo ya kiibada na hakuna kitu kigumu kukabiliana nacho kama imani ya kidini. Watu wamelala nje, mumesikia. Ripoti zote tunazo, kwa sababu maimamu wanaletewa, kila mtu anabeba maji ya Zamzam, anatoa ripoti iliyokwenda.
Kamwa icheket kole nganda tinye tononchinet noto nebo rutoiwek anan agencies chotok chebo Al Sahada ak Umrah eng komasta noto nebo Rift Valley, komatagunot kaitetab rabinik chotok chekitobonchin rutoiwek chotok naat kou pilgrimage eng Mega.
Ikifika mambo kama hii, maji yakifika shingoni, basi hakuna chingine cha kufanya ila ni kuandaa maandamano katika misikiti yote ya Rift Valley na Kenya yote ya jumla, kulilaani tokeo lilotokea na SUPKEM wa resign kwa mambo ya haji, kwa sababu watake wasitake, wapende wasipende, wameshindwa kuwajibika, ni wajibu wao.
Akot kunotok kotomo kokon ng'olyo age tugul SUPKEM kotinygei ak logoiwek chotok kirirtoi ofisit notok. Kong'etege taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Takbir! Takbir!
Kakolos First Lady Mama Rachel Ruto boisietab kibagenge nekoityi Ministry nebo Somanet ak Ministry noton nebo itonwekab emet eng konetisiet akobo ripsetab itonwekab emet eng sukulishekab emoni. Koyonjin ministries chotok oeng kokoi toretet ak kasubet tetutiet noton nebo First Lady Mazingira Award nekikitou eng kenyitab 2023 netokchinigei korib itonwekab emet eng emetab Kenya, eng mwaet kole wendi koshinonoto bo ministries chotok oeng kotoreti eng kanabtaetab tetutik chebo ripsetab itondab emet eng emoni. Kong'ololi Mama Rachel eng igorta nebo kokoitoetab konunoik chotok chebo Flama Awards eng State House Nairobi, eng igorta nekomitei Principal Secretary noton nebo somanet Professor Julius Bitok, nekomwa kole bo komonut kakwautyonoto amu tokchinigei korib itonwekab emet eng emet.
I extend my sincere appreciation to the Principal Secretary for Basic Education, right seated here, Ambassador Professor Julius Bitok, and the Principal Secretary for Environment and Climate Change, Dr. Engineer Festus Ngeno, right here. Your partnership has been instrumental, and your commitment to this cause continues to inspire us. I'm deeply grateful. You are advancing Kenya's climate goals, including our national vision to plant 15 billion trees by 2032. You are raising a generation that understands that sustainability is not a slogan, it is a daily practice. As a champion for the voices of children in Kenya, and together with each of you here today, we are teaching our children that environmental stewardship is not someone else's duty. It is our shared responsibility, and it begins now. Our children are not just the leaders of tomorrow, they are the innovators of today. Through Flama, we are giving them more than a platform. We are giving them a purpose. And when you empower a child to protect the environment, you are not just safeguarding the earth, you are investing in a nation. Flama was born in September 2023. On the sidelines of the first Africa Climate Summit, out of a vision to create a space for our learners not to be passive observers of the climate crisis, but active architects of the solution. Since then, this bold idea has grown into a powerful, learner-centered movement, one that aspires to reach all 13 million learners across Kenya, creating opportunities for creative expression, critical thinking, and climate action.
The First Lady Mazingira Awards Specifically, it's an initiative that not only recognizes exemplary efforts in environmental conservation, but also encourages innovation, responsibility, and action among our learners. Through this platform, our students are empowered to become environmental champions and advocates of green environment at the school and community level. It is our schools, classrooms, where activities, movements, initiatives like this, where the seeds of environmental consciousness are sown and nurtured to grow into lifelong values.
I want to affirm the ministry's commitment, of its steadfast commitment to fully support the nationalization and national rollout of LAMA as a model of best practice for youth-led climate action and environmental awareness. We will continue to align our resources, Your Excellency. Here there is no budget. Expertise and partnership to ensure that the award is scaled, sustained, and embedded within our national environmental education and climate resilience agenda. Environment.
Tesetai tetutik chebo kanaptaetab somanet eng constituency noton nebo Kilgoris eng county nebo Narok ole koitaban ofisitab CDF eng kebeberata chepkondok chebo kolelitetab sukulitab werik nebo Angata Boys nemite kebeberta nebo Angata Barigoe eng county noton bo Narok kotach meng'ik koboto sigik eng boiboiyet neo akobo tetutik choton bo kolelitetab sukulinoto nekamwa kole komite eng itondo neya kit neo kakoweche somanet konge ole kasom ichek MP nebo kebeberata Julius Nkole kokanapta tetutik choto tokyin sekta nebo somanet asikwa barak somanet eng kebeberata bo Kilgoris.
Kiweche kongoi en ngalekab sukulit ni Angata Boys en Mheshimiwa Shunguli amun kobwat inendet konde rabinik asikebut koi asikinde ketech kokumpya amun kikobur kenyisiek chechang nia sukulini ako mami chi nekere. Lakini kewekini kongoi Mheshimiwa kele kongoi saiti amun koibwatech en Angata Barikoi. Nguno sukulini nebo Angata Boys ko kakowekany yukinye ukita. Kisome kora kele asikobwa lagok kora sukulini amun kokonam sukulit ko kararanit akowek kou nikinye. Kewekini kongoi akitestai kora Mheshimiwa toiker Ang'atani kora en sukulisiek.
Secondary Angata Boys ako kiyobu Kiletien primary kokonech kora room mbili chetesetai nguni ako kikoyai kasisiek chechang. Kiwale ketik, kiwale kibatinik, kila kitu mpaka akesal komong kumpya sukulit kabisa.
Asiamwowo kikitoro Imbawui secondary nebo Condamit Secondary School ako kitoretech kora klasisiek cheko complete ako tesetai kokmi raini Kiletien ako tesetai kora kokochin rabinik sukulisiek. Kikakimwochi kora konekit kelenji sikoker kora Ang'ata Barikoi primary ako kokekas kora witu nenyin konyone kora kotesyin yoto kora rabinik koyam akotililit emet.
Kikonin bwana MP nenyon Sunguli full support in 2027. Kokiker kele konamgei ak serikalit oi kwa agenge kokiboiboichi ng'aleku. Renovation non koiye itoretech en secondary kewechi kongoi. Ako nami neun biikab Ang'ata tugul en boisiet nekikere imiten agenge ak icheket kotugul ko kongoi.
Ketesetai konyor kanetisiet kabatik chesire 500 eng county nebo Kisumu kotinygei ak kanaptaetab kabatisiet koek mung'aret eng tuiyetab Safaricom Sapphire Connect Forum. Kokinet kabatik chotok akobo ibetab besendo, konoretab chepkondok, ortinwek chekororon chebo kabatisiet ak boisietab muswoknotet eng aldaetab rurutikab imbar eng tokyinetab konyorune keljin boisionikwai chebo kabatisiet ole koindochi kanetisionoto director nebo customer obsession eng Safaricom Lucille Afeva nekomwa kole tindoi maket Safaricom nebo kotoret kabatik eng kanaptaitab boisionik chebo kabatisiet asikolongei eng sobet kanetishonotok ko agenge eng tetutik che isuldoen Safaricom eng tetutiet nebara nebo M-Pesa Sokoni Caravan. Eng kasari tesetai Safaricom koboibochin kenyisiek 18 chebo M-Pesa ole rutechin Safaricom counties asikotuyo ak customers chechwa akokoch konunoik cheterter ak kanetisiet akobo services chebo M-Pesa.
Kitu nimeshukuru sana tena. Nilikuja peke yangu na nika feel like niko peke yangu, but venye nimetoka na marafiki kama 5. In fact kuna wengine sijui, but nimewajua tu kwa hiyo forum. So nimeshukuru sana. Nimepata wakulima tofauti.
Ninafurahia Safaricom kunialika hapa mambo leo kufundisha wakulima mambo ya ukulima wa kahawa na mambo ya payment ya wakulima wa kahawa, na nimefurahia sana. Saa hizi Safaricom through M-Pesa ndio inanisaidia kulipa wakulima wangu na imefanya vizuri, sichapoteza pesa, wakulima wangu hawaja complain. Ni mtandao mzuri na nina impress na ninafurahia.
Tumesoma mengi na tunajua tukitoka hapa tutakuwa tumeendeleza umaarifa wetu katika kilimo na pia katika shughuli za kilimo. Tumejifunza ukulima kutumia mbinu za kidijitali, ukulima na biashara, agribusiness kidijitali kutokana na Safaricom, na tutatumia hiyo platform ya DigiFarm kufanya biashara yetu ya ukulima. Pia tumejifunza entrepreneurship. Tumepata kwamba si kulima tu ama business kawaida, tutakuwa tunafanya ili tupate mfululizo wa pesa.
The reason Safari Connect is not executed by Safaricom alone, but we've carried along some partners, is because we recognize as Safaricom, we can't answer holistically to all those things. However, if we carry along like-minded partners, like Microsoft and e-mobilis in digital and AI, in financial wellness, like Centonomy, TransUnion, and Cliff Decker Hoffmeyer, and then on the entrepreneurship side, Strathmore Business School, we can create a really powerful program to bridge that knowledge gap that I was talking about. However, over and above that, what we can provide as Safaricom is the tools and solutions to get you there.
Here at Mamboleo, behind me, over 500 of our agripreneurs have been gathered in our Sapphire Connect, which has been put together to bring our various entrepreneurs to learn from our experts, to meet with our partners like the banks, to learn of our various products, to network with each other, and also to see how we can empower them, provide them with powerful, resourceful tools to help them elevate their dreams. So we brought a lot of partners here today. We brought our own team from DigiFarm to help them understand how they can incorporate technology and AI in digital farming. Beyond that, we're exposing them to Safaricom products that have been created for businesses and especially agripreneurs. So they'll be learning about ZT, investing in the money market fund. They'll be learning about Fuliza ya biashara. They'll be learning about Pochi la biashara, how to separate their funds, personal funds from business funds, but also how to grow commercially and how to access markets.
Eng let ko kakolumda anan kakoyat kampunitab mwanik nebo Vivo Energy Kenya ketesiet nelel nebo mwanik eng oretab Mombasa Road eng county nebo Nairobi eng tokyinetab kobarait mungarenyi. Kokinet anan nitok ko ketesiet noton nebo 336 koyote Vivo eng emet komugul ole barchingei kampunit notok komuktechine customers chechwa konyor services chebo mwanik eng oret ne nyumnyum. Kaindochi yatetab ketesionotok bo Shell Imara Daima Executive Vice President nebo Retail and Commercial in Vivo Energy Anud Gushad ak Managing Director nebo Vivo Energy Kenya Peter Murungi chekamwa kole tesetai Vivo Energy Kenya kokonoptoi mung'arenyi sikonyor kelchin customaek kwai mising ko aldaetab mwanik chetindoi kororindo nebo barak eng karishek.
1, 2, 3, wapi kelele! Official launch of the Shell, absolutely amazing!
This station symbolizes what all Shell and Vivo Energy is about. Imara Daima. Imara strong, Daima forever. This is what we are. This is what we want. And this is what we are as leaders in the market, in Kenyan market, and globally in the African market. And what is our promise to our customers? Is to get the right product, the best product in terms of quality, the right quantity, and also the best operational experience through service, through safety, through care, through the best lubricants, through the best LPG, Afrigas, and you can buy some products from the Shell Select shop. So what we are offering is simply the best. We have to be humble, but in the same time we have to be ambitious, and we have to be conscious that as leaders, we are here to deliver the best customer experience to all the people that you can see today on the forecourt of this station. To stay ahead of the competition, and that's why we were the first to launch an additivated fuel with V-Power. Now we have a new generation coming up. It's being launched. I think the customers, they can witness that they can drive with a full tank 15 kilometers further. That's something, and it's meaningful, because in these times of challenges, economical challenges, being able to fuel your tank and drive an extra 50 kilometers does matter. It's very important.
For customers to Imara Daima is the introduction of our new fuels. What a moment to open this site when we are talking of the new improved Shell fuels. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has been involved. I won't mention by name anybody who has been involved in this project, turning it around, but most importantly, delivering it flawlessly and safely. Let's celebrate today. It's the first moment of its kind, and for me, it's a proud moment, and it's a testament of what Vivo Energy is looking forward to. Is that growth and taking the leadership of this market. If there's any other statement, Shell Imara Daima is that statement.
Kokoyoto ko kakeit let eng logoiwekab emet ak tetutiet noton nebo Kass Mashinani nebo betutab raini ko somok kasi tarik 30 arawetab 7 kenyini ko nekomi twai kwane Bernard Tanoi namagun kit age tugul nemie testai iger Kass TV amu kimnotet naet.